Hello, thank you for hopping on this video. This is the January edition of Stick It Down challenges for me. And I am part of the creative makers for the cards. And so on the 17th of each month, I bring to you my interpretation of the card sketch. And so over on Instagram and Facebook, you have already seen me post these sketches and invite you to the Stick It Down Facebook group. I hope that you have joined that. If you have not, this is your reminder. The link will be down below. So, who am I? I am Karen. I am the everything here behind A Little Kinder on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And I am so grateful that you are here with us. So, today is going to be one of those longer videos because we're going to make this card together piece by piece. Welcome to my chaos. My brain is going 90 miles an hour today, and I wanted to get on here while I was so full of inspiration and share some things with you. So I'm going to drop this card sketch up in the corner so that you can be looking at it while we talk. So the card sketch for me is really all about this central embellishment. And so what I do is I make, when I'm not feeling super creative, a bunch of card bases. I go ahead and score them so that they are ready. Of course, I do not have my scoring tool. We are in the Crafty Camper, and I'm sure I have one in my supply box across the camper, which isn't very far, but I don't want to stop. Anyway, I make card bases, I put a score in them, and then I leave them flat like this for when I need a card base. So today I thought that I would bring you not only the sketch, but also a tip, something that I really love. And you're going to laugh as I pull out Christmas. Yes, I know you're thinking, ma'am, that is over. And we're moving on towards Valentine's Day. And y'all, I have some super, super cute Valentine's things to share with you too. But today I wanted us to think about what we have that maybe we didn't get completely used during the holiday season that would work as we go forward into things. So I pulled out, this is, this calls for confetti paper kit. This one is the Christmas Post. These paper pads come 24 sheets. They are single-sided. You get 2 of each design. So here's what I want to propose to you. This was a Christmas collection. It's still got the boogers on there. But some of these papers would work really well outside of Christmas. So here's what I'm thinking. Hang with me. See if you get it too. Stars. Great for every day. More stars. Look at that pink plaid. That pink plaid to me does not scream Christmas. It's not like the traditional red and green Christmas plaid. It would make a fantastic background. Here is another plaid. Now, this one does remind me a lot of Christmas, but I think if we paired it with red hearts, we could get away with Valentine's Day. Or maybe even more of a manly card with some lumberjack plaid as some ink colors in there. This one, this is just a fantastic neutral. The little chevron pieces in there would be fantastic for background. Oh, I thought this pad was apart, and it's not. So here we go. This is a different plaid. I was trying to see because I haven't come to the repeat. I have used a lot of this. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. This is a much lighter plaid. This one definitely, I feel like we could get away for winter cards, for winter layouts. You know, our little ones that maybe are dressed up in grays and pinks to play outside in the snow. This plaid would be fantastic with it. Now, this one is postage. However, with the exception of some very small Santa Express North Pole, you could potentially get away with this in the background of a page. Of a card or a page or scrapbook page. I might do some additional stamping on it with some other postage things that help to mask or hide where it says Santa. But I do feel like that this one could go into potentially being usable past Christmas. This one, not so much. You guys seeing where I'm going with this? I don't know what I did here. This one to me is very, very Christmas. And so it would not, in my opinion, go well to past the holiday season or holiday pages. Now, obviously, we could be scrapbooking past Christmas, and so we would use that. And then we have a gray star. Like I said, I've used some of this, so I'm trying to find the ones. These, to me, this one definitely is a Christmas only because it's Dear Santa Claus all over. This one, again, we have some small places where it says Dear Santa, but it could potentially move into other times of the year with a little bit of camouflage. All right. Another one that I really do feel is just Christmas. And then we're back to the repeats. So here is what I want to do. I want us to create a birthday card using our sketch for the month. I was trying to, I guess I put, yeah. Using our sketch for the month to make a really, really cute birthday card, but using what was in our stash as a Christmas stack. So I want to use this happy birthday, and I happen to be a huge fan of brown and pink together. So I feel like when I first started thinking about this project, I was trying to decide, do I want to do the plaid or do I want to do the stars? So we're going to pull those out. This is a 6x6 paper pad, so we will be getting one full card front out of this as a base, and then we could potentially get some additional elements that we could use, like some banner pieces. Now, the other thing I thought that we might do that would be really fun is in the sketch up there, you see on either side of where it says thank you, it looks like there are some flowery wreathy things. So I pulled out my Heidi Swapp wreath die. This one took me a minute because I kept looking at it and going, how is that a wreath? They're individual pieces. They're just curved to be in a wreath. That's why it comes in a circle. So I have this ginormous, sorry for the reach, stack of it being punched in bright greens. So my thought was that we would use some of the larger pieces to start maybe our base around the outside. You know, maybe. But there is that as an idea. I also have more of these circles that are not stamped with this giant happy birthday. But I thought that since it was stamped that it might be nice to go ahead and use it. Another idea might be that in place of the circle in the middle, that you put another shape. You put a heart or a star. You could even go so far as to do like a shaker pocket like this in the middle. So maybe sending a New Year's card. Actually, that's kind of fun. So you could do something like that. All right, so let's go back a little bit. I am not 100% sure we're going to use this green area because the more that I look at it, I feel like, I don't know. Now we need to decide, are we going to do the stars or are we going to do the stripe? I kind of think the stars, gang. So to cut my pattern paper base, this is an A2 card. So here in the United States, for my friends that are crafters from other places, this is an A2 card, which means it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So my first layer on here, I'm going to cut at 4. Undo this. So we're going to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. Now, what's really nice about this is this has left me with pieces that I could use in other cards. So we may actually make 2 cards today. Shh, don't tell. So one of my favorite things to do with card making is to take a pen and just add a pin line. So if you wanted to, you could scuff the edges. You could ink the edges. You could use a stamp and stamp something along the edges. But if I am being absolutely honest, probably the fastest, easiest way to just add a finishing edge is with a pen. The other thing I tend to do a lot is I will matte this piece in black. So it gives just the tiniest little piece. So this was 4 by 5 1/4. If I were going to matte, I would cut my black square on the short end. It would be 4 and halfway between 4 1/4 and 4. So what is that, an eighth? 4 1/8, and then this would be 5 3/8, I think. So it would give just the tiniest little black line. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this on our card front. I am a huge fan of the ATG gun. Mine is forever and a year old. It's easy for me. It's handy. It's easy to grab. It sits nicely. All right, so when we drop our card front, or our card panel onto our card, it gives us this nice white border. And then we have the happy birthday. Now, in the simplest form, this could be done and it is beautiful. However, I can't do anything just to this level. So I'm going to grab This Calls for Confetti, and I am going to pull out, I think this is peach gold. So this is my box. I'm in the process of adding some new ones in there. I think peach gold. And we are going to use foam tape to lift up our centerpiece, and then we're going to add some sparkly sprinkles. So this is what's left of my ginormous roll of foam tape. I love this stuff. I get it at Michael's. It comes in a huge roll. You just cut some. I am of the mindset that if I am sending something through the mail, if I am sending something, giving something, I don't want that item that has been popped up to smush. I want it to have a really good base. So we're going to stick this right absolutely in the middle of our card. I feel like when I'm pulling this tape off that we need to be singing the Jeopardy song. Da 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 da, you know, because it takes forever. So we're going to put this right smack dab in the middle. Lift it up to make sure I'm straight. Now, my favorite thing to do with sequins. I want quite a few on here. And I don't do well with the let me stick it down. So I'm going to take a little pinch. I'm going to come up above it so my hand's closer to you, and I am going to drop. And what I find a lot of times is that they will bunch up like that. But look at what happens once I start kind of helping my sequins that didn't go where I wanted them to go. Now all of a sudden I start to get more of, ooh, that's a defective sequin. I start to get more of an organic feel. So I am going to give them a real quick count. I like to have an odd number, and if I don't have an odd number, then I will add one more to get odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could either take away this one, although I do kind of like one there. Whoops, they are not stuck down, so they are bouncing. Tuck that one there. Let's add one more down here just to get 9. My favorite glue is Berry Art. I know a lot of people use Collage Medium, or is it Gina K Connect? There are lots of different glues. My favorite is Berry Art. And I am going to use my This Calls for Confetti tool. So all I do is pick it up, put a dot of glue, and set it back down. Now, why does my tip feel loose? Oh, because I've unscrewed it a little bit. It's like, dot of glue. And we're going to stick it back down. Do the same thing up here. I do kind of like how that one fell across my text. And just this quick, we have a fun birthday card. Now, I do make lots of cards and I keep them. I have a drawer in my craft room that we call the Hallmark drawer that I keep all of my made cards in. And I keep them sorted by theme. I will try to, at some point, make a video that talks about that. But it allows for family to come and grab a card. So my husband is notorious for, I need a card. And then I have choices. So that easy, that quick with the sketch, we have a card. Now, I do think I want to do something with this. I love this. I pulled out some scrapbook.com paper because I was thinking how fun would this be if we put this pink on a really pretty bright green. So I think we're going to go with this one. That would be pretty and springy. So this is out of the Florals. I really am enjoying this cardstock. I wasn't sure that I would. And I just wasn't. So first thing I want to do is I want to cut this piece down to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay. And then for us, we are going to create just the teeniest little green mat behind it. So this is going to go to 4 1/8. This is what I was saying a minute ago, that a lot of times I like to do with the black paper. And then 5 1/2. It is 3/8. It's 5 3/8 and 4 1/8. And then when you go to layer them, look, gives just the teeniest little border, which I kind of like. Now, for this one, I want to rough up my edges. So I'm going to distress the edges with my scraper tool. One of the things that I've really enjoyed working with this paper by This Calls for Confetti is it's a good heavy weight. It reminds me very much of like a 49 and Market paperweight. So it scuffs beautifully. So all right, so now we have this really pretty scuffed edge. Go ahead and stick this down. You dumbass. Now for this one, I think what I want to do is use one of my vellum envelopes. So now I have a really pretty vellum envelope. But I think what I want to do is offset my greeting circle. So it's still kind of circly in the middle, but now I have this offset. Now in here, I want to make this a shaky shake. So what we are going to do is we are going to use some of those same peach gold. And we're going to put some of those in there. And then, ooh, friends, I'm going to pull out a brand new one. because you can, you just see them in there and you hear it. I think that's part of what I love. Now, let me go get the new one. Ooh, 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 ooh. You're going to love this. It's going to be so worth it. So this is part of This Calls for Confetti's brand new collection. This one is the Fresh Bean Mix. Now, the papers are fantastic. They are a coffee theme. I am not a coffee drinker, but I loved these little hearts, clay hearts. I'm trying to get the coffee beans out of the way because I don't want those in my shaker. These little clay hearts and the leaves. So my thought was we would add some of those in my little shaky shake pocket along with the pink sequin. Come on and shake for me. Shake, shake, shake. They've all gotten stuck down in the bottom. So that it's kind of this pink and green theme there. Now, add this and then use some of our wreath die cuts and leaf die cuts to add some things behind it. Now, that heart's turned sideways. I am going to glue my pocket shut because I do not want any of my shaky shakes to come out. What I like to do is glue this flap. So I'm going to fold back my envelope and I'm going to actually run my bead of glue right here along my flap. That way I know these are secure in here and they won't come out. Right? And then once I put my flap down over it, I could actually leave my flap loose if I wanted to. And my shaky shakes won't come out because they're down in that corner. So, because they're down in my pouch. So, there is that part. So we're kind of working on this in little steps, which is how things work in my life. Now I have this cute little circle that I want to use. I have some, I think we're going to use some of my leaf die cuts instead of the wreath ones. I don't know, we may mix some of those in. And we need a sentiment or letter stamps. Oh, you know what would be fun is if we took letters and we stamped hey, hi. I wonder if we could do hey, hi, hello. Maybe not. Maybe we just do hello. All right, so these are Reggie Alpha from Lail by Mail. The ink color that I want to use is Twisted Citron. Distressed Oxide. So we're going to get out a stamping block out of the bag. Actually, I think I want to use this one. And we are going to stamp hello. But I think we're going to start from the L's. H-E-L-L-O. So we would have an L absolutely in the middle. Alrighty. And if we mess up, we just punch another circle. It's not a big deal. So right in this middle, we are going to do the L. There's one L. Then let's build this way, H-E-L-L. And they're going to be a little wonky. I do not see my stamp cleaner, so we'll grab a wet wipe. Wet wipe. Again, sorry for the reach. We are in the camper, and so H-E-L-L-O. H-E-L-L-O. Oh, that looks like, oh, nope, the dog hair is behind the stamp, not in front of it. So having two English Springer Spaniels, we end up with dog hair everywhere. And I thought for a quick second that we had a dog hair on our stamp. H-E. So I'm kind of embracing the wonkiness and intentionally adding some space between these letters. Hello. Oh, I like that. Let's clean this one off. Alrighty. There is that. Oops. I was like, I am missing a stamp. No, it is on the backer sheet. Alright, squish these back, but well, maybe. Get the backer sheet back on. There we go. Now we'll put this back in our pocket. This is how I store most of my clear stamps. Definitely my Lail by Mail, my Carrie Bradfords, my Heidi Swapp all go in those. I'm trying to think who else. Allie Edwards, they all go in that. Now, I wonder if there isn't, let's see. I know you're like, you wonder what? You didn't finish your statement. Okay, so these little icons I think are adorable. They are Lail by Mail. And if I don't see something I have another idea. I think what I want to do is add just a little something right there. So we have fall, we have winter, we have Christmas. Obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but Christmas for me is past. So as cute as those are, not seeing one there. We have all kinds of fun. Oh, the hot chocolate would be kind of fun. I also kind of like whatever this is. Now, if we didn't like those, we also have a solid star, which would be really fun. Or we could do one of the hearts. I do kind of like that heart, though. Okay, I think we're going to go with the heart. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's see what it looks like if we set it on here. Oh, I think that's it. So, where did my block go? Stick you back on here. All right, $20 million question. Do we do it in green or do we do it in black? Could I find my black? I am thinking black. I am thinking black. Alrighty. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that black against that bright green with the pink. All right. Stick this back on the sheet. I'm going to slide these out of the way since we don't have a ton of room. I can't wait to see. I am quite sure since we have fall, winter, and then the holidays, I am quite sure that there will be other of these mini icons coming. I also know that Heidi Swapp has an icon set. I don't think I have it. I'm pretty sure I don't have it. Y'all watch me have her icon sheet. I don't think I do, though. I have the teeny tiny ones, and the ones I was thinking about are bigger. They're probably more this size. All right, now we're going to add that black line that I love so much. I just think it's a nice little finishing touch. Alrighty, there we go. Now, I do want to put, I think, just one little sequin. Glue booger. Right here. Just one. Come to mama. I know you don't want to. Right there. Oh, I like that. See? Now, we have this here. We have hello here. I am going to go ahead and stick down my envelope flap. But because we sealed it on the inside, nothing comes out. And we wouldn't necessarily have to seal it, but we will. I'm just going to put one little dot of glue. And squish that down for it to seal. And then we have a shaker envelope in place of where the circle had been. Now, let's go ahead and assemble our card. We may add some of these. We'll see. We're going to hang on to those. Card base. So again, I just pre-do these. Just allows me to have a bunch on hand to use when I need them. We're going to stick this right on here, and we're going to get that great white to green to pink. Now we're going to stick this down. I am going to use Berry Art Glue for this. I probably could get away with using regular glue. I mean, ATG gun. Actually, I'm quite sure I could because I've used these in other projects. I just want the more secure hold of the ATG. And then we're going to add this, but I'm going to do it on foam dots or foam tape. Take off the backing. Ah, it's stuck to my thumb. Right there. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead, even though I edged this because I did the black edge there, I kind of want one along the edge of my card. So there we go, friends. 2 cards with 1 sketch. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, that you found some value in it, that you begin to see sketches in a new way. I believe there are a couple of fallacies out there that sketches are only for beginners and that you have to use them exactly as they are. And I am here to tell you, break the rules. Experienced crafters, lifelong crafters can use sketches just like beginners. I'm wondering if I'd like some of that in there now that I'm sitting here looking at it and talking to you. Anyone can use a good sketch. So feel free to dive in. Come join us over in the Facebook group. Sketches are for everyone. And like I just showed you, you do not have to use them verbatim. They are fun verbatim, as our first one showed, but they are also very fun, just like this one's showing, when we change it up a little bit. Oh, I like that. Okay. Now I'm happier. So, my friends, thank you for being here today. If you have not liked this video, I would love for you to do that now. It really, that interaction helps. It lets YouTube know that you have enjoyed this content and you found value in it. And you would think others would like it as well. If you are not a subscriber, there is the subscribe button down below. I would love to have you as a subscriber. YouTube will let you know when my new videos are out if you subscribe. And there's no cost to you. Let's talk about some other things that are down there in the links. There are some affiliate links. These are my favorite places to shop. The sequins that I used today came from This Calls for Confetti. They are down in the link below. I also have links to where I get other things as well. There is no additional cost for you to use those links, and it really helps support the channel when you do. So my friends, until we are together in the next video, or if you're a card maker and you're just wanting to come for this monthly series, I'll see you next month. So until next time, go make some memories. Bye-bye.